Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. It is late. J-Bone is on such a natural high. Plus, I was drinking this earlier, so that don't help. So I'm like, all right, well, J-Bone's going to be up for a while. It's late. Part of me is super exhausted, but part of my brain is still like tingly awake. So it's like, all right, well, screw it. I've been wanting to talk about all the news and shit that's gone on lately, from the releases to some of the stuff I saw tonight, to some updates on other stuff, and just kind of throw it out to the people. But I gotta say, first and foremost, I'm so insanely, the emotional high is from my son. And I was bragging about him a little bit yesterday on TNI, because tonight he sang the national anthem at his high school's playoff game tonight. So that's both my kids. I mean, obviously several years apart. My daughter sang the national anthem, which is actually on my YouTube. There's a playlist on my YouTube here, and it says Morgan's hits, Morgan Hafer's greatest hits. It's Morgan something. And so all her stuff from high school and from when she was younger, it's just, compiled of different things she's done. Goofy stuff, serious stuff, And so now it looks like I'm going to have to start a list for my son, because I'm so, oh man, I was so choked up. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I posted the whole thing on there. I also posted it on my Instagram. So if we follow each other on Instagram, you'll see it. It's my Instagram's, I think it's private, but I'm eventually going to put it on here. So if you haven't seen it yet, you'll see it eventually. So I'll post it like tomorrow when I have some time. I'll throw it up on here. So the funny thing is you can't see him, but he's in the press box. So you see the crowd and you see the press box above it. He's in the press box. You just can't see him. I don't know where they had it all set up in there. So thanks everyone for the love and support for him, because he's, man, sophomore year and he's just killing it. He's just kicking ass, and I couldn't be more proud of him. It's just amazing. It's not easy being a parent. It stresses you out, but it's moments like this that just make everything, all the stress and all the worrying, just all worthwhile, So, but I can't take all the credit, because I only see him like once every other week. So I gotta credit his mother too. So, yeah, he's just doing an amazing job. So what is up, everyone? Yes, this is a late night bone. I tell you what really fired me up, convinced me to go live, because I was just like, screw it. Cats are driving me nuts. I'm just going to go to bed. And I'm like, I don't even know if I have the energy to watch the whole hour of Rampage. Oh my God, Courtney. Thank you. My goodness. Wild. Thank you. Wow. You're amazing. $10 super sticker from Courtney. Much love. Much love. Thank you. And I don't promote that stuff nearly as much, but thank you. If you want to, if you're so obliged to do that, it's all appreciated. It's all love. Helps everything, helps the channel grow. Thank you. Where was I? Oh, what inspired me to go live was I was like, okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna like watch the whole AEW episode tonight. So then I just like quick threw on, I just clicked on YouTube, and I'm like, we'll see what I find. If I watch a couple promos, maybe that'll inspire me to watch the rest of it. I watched, and I don't know who watched Rampage tonight. It's not as popular as, Dynamite, obviously. It's plummeting. I'm kidding. I love it. I don't give a shit what numbers it's doing, because they're throwing great stuff. They're cramming all this great shit into an hour. They had CM Punk facing off with Eddie Kingston. And I knew from what we saw last week, was it last week? Or was it the week before? I forget. No, it had to be last week. Like he couldn't show up on Rampage. So then he was shooting on him or something. And whatever it was. He couldn't show up on Kingston couldn't show up on Dynamite because he was still feeling pretty beat up from what Danielson did to him the week before, or whatever, however it all played out. So they faced off tonight, but just their first meeting after Kingston lost to Danielson, I knew this was going to be intense just by the look on Punk's face. But I had no clue where it was going to go. And I talk about this once in a while. Okay. I talk about this once in a while is sometimes there's feuds that you're like, oh, this is interesting. And you enjoy the build, and they build it up over the course of, say, a month, 2 months, whatever. You want to go old school, 3 months, slow burn. You see all sorts of stuff in professional wrestling. So some of the best builds were like over the course of a year in like Lucha Underground. Like every 3 or 4 episodes, they would just touch on something and be like, oh, that's right. This guy doesn't like this guy. Oh, I wonder when they're going to face off. A month later, they would touch on it again. And all of a sudden at the end of the season, I can't remember what their grand finale is, like their WrestleMania, their year-end thing, Ultima Lucha, I think it was. I forget. They'd have some crazy ass match, the culmination of this slow build over the year. But this is one of those things. This is on the other spectrum, okay? This is the point I'm getting at. This is the other end of the spectrum. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, when he started shooting his mouth off at Punk last week, we're like, whoa, where did this come from? He's frustrated, I get it. But there's got to be some other thing. But we had to wait for it. So we got it tonight. So this starts, and as soon as Kingston starts talking, you can tell this is some like old school bullshit that went on between them. And Courtney, that headbutt, excuse me, that headbutt from Punk though, right? Exactly. There was like Kingston's so good, and Punk is so good. I mean, these are two of the best promo guys in the business within the last 20 years. Period. End of subject. And but they're both good in different, like they both come across so differently. Like Kingston's a smart ass, but then he'll throw a shit ton of truth at you. And then and it was CM Punk. We haven't seen this side of CM Punk yet. We really haven't. We've seen some good wrestling, and we've seen him spit some truth about him coming back and why he came back and stuff like that. But we haven't seen him really go after someone yet. And this is our first taste of seeing that in, oh my God. It's what they say, 7 years, whatever, 7, 8 years. But this shit between them obviously boils back way, way back. Like, Punk came into the WWE in 2005-ish, give or take a little. 4 or 5. Like hitting TV and, you know, the ECW shit that no one likes to talk about. But they did Ring of Honor and stuff and other things together that I've never seen before. And now I'm like salivating, like, oh my God, now I've got to see this. Like maybe they never did face off much. Maybe it was all backstage bullshit, like what they were kind of talking about in the ring here. Lakers, what's up, man? Dude, I hope you're feeling better. Please tell me you're feeling better. We're worried about you, bro. I hope you're recovering. He had the C word. The one you can't say on YouTube. And no, it's not constipation. What's up, Hakeem? What's up, brother? So yeah, them two spitting back and forth. Oh my God. This blew my freaking mind. And like, okay, so like what I mean is, like, I don't need, like, we got 10 minutes. This didn't have to build for months or, you know, weeks or months or whatever. We got 10 minutes. And I want this to headline the freaking pay-per-view. And then as soon as that thought entered my mind, I was like, shit. No, it really shouldn't. It should be Omega and Adam. I almost said Adam Cole. Damn. Oops. Hangman Adam Page. So, okay, thank you, RK. Go say it on Twitch. Still not going to say it. You can type it. I won't say it. Because they're all listening. So, like, this doesn't have to have any more build. This is good. I've seen enough. This is perfect. They laid it out there. Like, I get it. But now part of me wants to hear more of the backstory. Like if they do one of those backstage promos where they're both just sitting there talking to the camera, like not live, like a produced one, and you got some like intense music, and then like in between lines they show some old highlights from something. Like one of those. That's what I want to see. Just to help define this a little more. But damn, this was so intense. I haven't seen, like, we've seen Mox go off and we've seen other people go off and get pissed off. Like, you know, an MJF cuts, you know, golden promos and shit. But this just felt different because it felt so real. And I feel like these two have, like, grown up enough. Like, I feel like this is one of those things that we're really never going to know how authentic it was, but damn, it literally felt like this was 15, 20 years in the making, you know? Totally. Like they scrapped it. This is what, you know, my insane little back of my mind goes, okay, they talked about it backstage. We're going to do this. Everything is square between us. We're good. But when we go out there, we'll make like it's like all just insanely still there on level 11. And all the shit from the past comes up and we're both fucking furious. And that's what I feel like I'm seeing. Okay? You know? Or maybe Tony was like, look, you two have a beef. Go cut it live. You know, that's what Tony does. Tony wants the real shit on TV. He wants wrestling. He wants level 10 and up promos. He's not going to be like, oh, and then we'll put some puppets out there. You know? He appreciates everyone who's out there. And I'm sure he appreciates the people bringing their little kids. But so much of this isn't for little kids. It's really not. It's aimed at teenagers discovering what real fucking pro wrestling should be. You know? This is just gold in my opinion. This just blew my mind. I didn't even see the whole episode. All I saw was this 10 minutes of Punk and Kingston. And I was like, God damn. I wouldn't even have to know anything else from the pay-per-view. And I would spend $50 just to see these two just tear the shit out of each other. God damn, I love pro wrestling sometimes. This is the shit I love. Just two old school scrapping motherfuckers, you know. So it'll be a health. It's in my professional podcasting opinion. It'll be like a healthy mix of scrapping, real wrestling, some submissions, you know. They'll probably make it a no DQ so that, you know, Eddie Kingston can toss around some chairs or some shit. We'll see. But damn. Just, this is the shit I love about wrestling, man. You can make it just feel so like real, you know, because I feel like there is some realness in this, you know. there is a dose of realness in here. I mean, you don't want you want a healthy locker room. You don't want any like super disgusting, unhealthy egos and shit. But everybody in wrestling has some kind of ego. That's why you're in wrestling. Like, yeah, I could do that. But I always preach humbleness. So, but that's in real life. This is wrestling, so. Yeah, right. King's coming to fuck shit. That stuff with Punk and Kingston was J-Bone. It's still real to me, damn it. Moment. Yeah, right. Totally. Just sitting there in front of my computer, just weeping, just ugly crying. I love it. Damn. It's good shit. So yeah, I'll watch the rest of it somewhere over the course of the weekend. So yeah, then I'll move on to the releases from here, and then I'll end up with some. I was gonna bring something up from Impact. I don't remember what. Was it oh, it was like Hard to Kill news or something. Yeah, there was a few different things from Impact Wrestling I was gonna bring up. Oh, and okay, so Hard to Kill and a couple things. All right, so I'll leave the I'll leave the Impact for the end, and I'll talk about the WWE shit now. So Michael Spikes, what's up, Michael? That's a name I'm not familiar with. If you're new, welcome. And if you're digging the content, man, hit that sub button, and ring that bell for notification. Or if you're watching on Twitch, sound off in the chat. And hit that follow and hit that sub on there too. So yeah, yesterday was rough, and I don't know if anything happened tonight. I was busy at my son's at the football game there at his high school. So I'm gonna jump over to, this is where I get most of my news, not all my news, but I always get the notifications for shit. So I'm gonna jump over to ringsidenews.com. Yeah, CM Punk match added to Full Gear, amazing. And I didn't look at all the results, so I'll get those eventually. Not too worried about that right now. Oh, AEW is gonna play. Full Gear is gonna play in movie theaters across America. Well, that's pretty dope. All right, let's jump to. Let me find this. Where is it? I don't want to. I just want to get like the compiled list to talk about it, and I'm not going to like discuss each one because I'm not super familiar with some of them, but I realized what one of them was earlier tonight, and I'll talk about that a little bit. All right, so let's go through the list real quick. Nia Jax, Keith Lee, Mrs. Keith Lee, Maya Yim, Karrion Kross, Killer Cross, and his fiance Scarlett. She's in NXT. Harry Smith, Eva Marie, B Fab. It's a hell of a name. Lindsay Dorado and Grand Metalik. Then you go to the NXT, and you got, like I said, Scarlett, Frankie Monet, aka Taya Valkyrie, Ember Moon, Oni Larkin, aka Biff. I forget his name. It's Biff something. I forget. I said it last night, and now it's just slipped out of my head. Someone in the chat will say it. Jesse Camilla, Katrina Cortez, Jeet Rama, Trey Baxter, which is, damn, I forgot his name too. Fuck. Something Christian? Blake Christian. And then Zaida Ramir, a.k.a. AQA. And we'll get to that one in a little bit. Let's start out with Biff Busick. Thank you. Hashtag free Taya. No shit, right? Damn. So, all right. So, like, I know Nia's been controversial, and she's messed up women's careers for accidents that happen. But no one should be let go when they're going through something. Now, she wasn't injured per se, but she was on break for her mental health. Okay. And that's one thing that maybe several years ago might have been laughed at. But in this day and age, mental illness and mental health is very important. It's taken very seriously. So, I'm seeing some very interesting opinions in the chat. That's all right. Everyone's got their opinions. I'm not going to argue. It's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. No one should be rushed or hurried in a sense when you're dealing with mental health issues, mental illness, whatever you want to call it. And I did not realize, because I'm not current on the WWE product. Like, I keep up with it in, like, I see news bits and shit, like, oh, someone so and so became champ. Like Biggie is champ now. Oh, congrats. I love Biggie. I just don't watch the WWE product. And then, like, I still love Roman Reigns. He's been killing it this last year. I give him a lot of credit. He's carrying the fucking company on his back. I just don't watch the product. Doesn't mean I still don't like him. I love the Shield guys. We'll always love the Shield guys, Good night, Courtney. Take care. And thanks again for the $10 tip. Much love. Appreciate it. Sleep well. Shit, this is empty. No, it's empty. So she posted, and I'm just paraphrasing here. She was on break for her mental health. And she got her itinerary for November, and then she hit up, whoever about, hey, can I please get an extension on my mental health break, or whatever she called it. And then she found out she didn't hear back from anybody, and then she got fired. No one, whether you love them or hate them or whatever. Like, I'm not a big fan of Naya. But damn, no one deserves that. I told my wife about that. She goes, "Oh, that's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit waiting to happen." It's like, do you realize how fucked up that is? Somebody's mental health is at risk here, and you didn't give them a chance to even get better and improve themselves in the long run. It's unbelievable. Like, I don't care who it is. But I could go on about that all night, but I'm not going to. Because we all going through some level of shit like this. So many people I know. And me. You know, I've dealt with things that I haven't talked about a lot over the course of the last year because of the stress of the pandemic and shit, you know. It's wild. It's crazy. It's horrible. All those things. So that's messed up, you know, and I certainly wish her well, and I hope she lands on her feet somewhere. Like, I feel like if given the chance, working with the right people, Nia Jax could become an amazing wrestler, similar to, say, AKA, not AKA, like Awesome Kong, you know, just to throw out an example. Someday down the line. But anyways, we'll continue. Keith Lee and his wife, great wrestlers, tremendous wrestlers. At least I think they're married. If they're not married, I know they're damn close to being married. I forget. But anyways, they're together. And that's all that matters. Maya Yim, whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, but oh, they're not married yet. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you. But nonetheless, I mean, they the way that they've behaved, and I don't mean that in a bad way. The way Maya's been there for Keith through everything that has happened to him mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all this stuff, whatever he's all gone through. She's been there for him the whole time. Like, when we didn't see her, she was taking care of him. Excuse me. And that says a lot about her. And a lot about what they mean to each other. So, yeah, I know they'll land on their feet, and they're probably going to get brought in as like, whoever hires them, it'll be like a package deal. Because why would you not? Not that they have to like appear together. They certainly could. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, it could be like the new power couple, you know, like something similar to like when Bennett showed up with Maria, you know, something similar to that. Same but different. But nonetheless, they're going to land on their feet. But I'm sure this isn't going to help them, you know, emotionally either. But damn. It's just another example of they just, you know, and we've said this 1,000 times. Like, WWE just doesn't know what the fuck they have. They have all these people writing all this stupid shit. Oh, we're going to call you this and we're going to call you that. And we're going to have you wear this, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it is. Keith Lee wore some crazy ass shit. And but anyways, we'll move on. Like I think Cross and Scarlett are very talented. I know a lot of people want them back in Impact. I don't think that's going to happen. And I know in wrestling, you never say never. I just know that the way they left Impact Wrestling, if you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm not going to tell the whole story. Let's just say that behind the scenes, there was some really ugly shit going on, okay? So I don't know where they're going to go, but it damn sure ain't going to be Impact. If it is, okay, then they'll squash whatever beef they had. But, damn. Very talented. They'll land somewhere. So I can see some of you in the chat. No. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't know, do your research. Trust me. It was ugly. It was ugly. I've heard the truth. But still very talented. I'll give him that. Very talented. Harry Smith, bizarre. Fucking bizarre. They hired him back 3 months. They put him in a dark match, tossed him. I don't know what else to say about that. It's just bizarre. How bizarre. And Harry Smith, he's he could go back to New Japan. He could be one of the biggest guys on the New Japan US scene. Be perfect. He could start his tag team up again with Lance Archer whenever he comes back. I don't know. Hopefully sooner rather than later. I know he got a stinger or something. I didn't hear the full explanation of what happened with his neck, but I'd love to see those two. I can't remember what the hell their name was. It was like Killer Elite Squad. I think that was what their New Japan tag team was. Would love to see it again. Eva Marie, she's gorgeous. Let's not kid ourselves. She's gorgeous. Not a good wrestler. So could she valet someone or some tag team? Sure, fine, perfect. Not a great promo by any means, but she does command an audience. She does, because she's beautiful, and maybe talented at other things or something, in outside of professional wrestling. I don't know. Like if she could be like a fitness model or whatever. Who knows? So, is she gonna go to some other wrestling company? I have no idea. B-Fab, I can't say much about her. I know she was with Swerve's crew, so I really can't say much about her. And it's just because I don't know. So I'm not going to talk bad about her. Like, oh, well, she got let go because of. No, I just don't know them because they were in NXT and I haven't watched it in months. Several months. Lucha, House Party guys, Dorado, Medlic, they're free. And they can go back to AAA or Crash or CMLL or whatever. Or they could join, hell, they can go anywhere and do lucha stuff and just tear it up and just blow people's minds. So, Laker says Bauer's going to have another major announcement. What did he just say that on the Twitter box or something? He's been bringing in some really good wrestlers into, like, the restart of MLW. I haven't watched it. I've watched one match. I'll say this. I watched the Hammerstone Fatu match, and that was great. That was great. That was a slobber knocker. I just don't know if I want to invest more time and watch more stuff. I'm glad they're finally getting some women matches, but I just don't know what else. And I know they had other stuff lined up, couldn't do it. It is what it is. It's all pandemic related. All right, on to NXT. Talk about Scarlett. Frankie Monet. We'll talk about her for a minute, aka Taya Valkyrie. Everyone and anyone who's part of my audience who loves Impact Wrestling, we could say, oh, she's coming home. She's coming home to Impact Wrestling. You can't assume anything, but damn, I'm hoping I'm right here with you guys. I'm right here with you. I want that too. I want it. Oh, Lakers, you were joking? Oh, that's funny. You and your all caps. I love you, dude. Cracks me up. Erico Mendoza, what's up, man? Oh, that's interesting. It's about time for Wrestle House Season 2 with a mystery host running the show, replacing Dreamer, then Taya for the reveal mid-season. I like it. She'd come back. I'm back, bitches. She'd be great. She would. Mark was happy as hell about that announcement with Taya being let go from prison. Dude, I have not seen him this happy in a long time. Seriously, that just blew his mind. So yeah, I'm glad we had a bunch of the OG members on TNI last night talking about it. But I wanted to talk about it some on here too, because it's big shit. Take some time about it. So, all right, what else we got here? Ember Moon, very talented women's wrestler. Very talented. I kind of compare her to someone like Jordan Grace or Kimberly, like that build of a woman. Not tall by any means, but good wrestler. Absolutely. And I haven't watched her in a long time, but I've seen enough of her stuff that I know she's good. I hope she's healthy. I know she's been injured a few times, so she'll land on her feet somewhere. I know she will. Oni Larkin, Biff Busick, great wrestler. Great wrestler. And then there's like 4 in a row here I just really don't know anything about. Jessie Camilla, Katrina Cortez, Jeet Rama, Trey Baxter. I know Trey Baxter. That's Blake Christian. But then Zaida Ramir. Okay. I did not realize who that was because, number one, I haven't been watching NXT the last several months. But then, because I'm friends with AQA on Facebook, and she was down in Booker T's reality wrestling, something. I forget what it's called. It's down in Texas. And I watch it on YouTube sometimes, depending who's on there. So I saw that she changed her stuff on her Facebook page back to AQA. And I was like, oh, wait. That was her? Like, I didn't know. Like, I knew her name changed from knowing her wrestling name, AQA, to whatever. But I read it once and forgot it because I wasn't keeping track of NXT stuff. So I'm bummed. I'm bummed that she was let go, and I was proud in kind of a weird way. I'll explain it. Many years ago, ringsidenews.com had kind of like a community feel to it. It was almost like a Discord, where the website was more of like, it was like a cross between like Discord and Facebook, more like Facebook. And you could post stuff in the community section. It was a healthy mix of commenters and content producers. I used to put all my stuff from Smash This Podcast on there, along with there was someone else. Oh, the guy from No DQ would put his content on there too. So it was him and I putting like original content out there from as far as like podcasters and stuff. And then Steve Carrier changed the look of the site, and that whole thing got scrapped. Like anything original that I had put on there was gone, and it just became straight news, just his and his writers' content. And I wasn't like pissed at him or anything, but I was like, oh man, because I enjoyed the feel of it. Like I was uploading stuff, and he would change something, and he'd talk to me, and I felt like I was like really a part of ringsidenews.com for a while, and I wasn't like paid for it. It's just, I wanted to see it grow. So I was happy to add stuff. So, and I know like people have opinions about ringsidenews.com. They're like, look, every wrestling sheet site is the same in different ways. They all have their sources that they get stuff from. It's just they're all the same but different. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no sheet site out there that's better than the rest. I just have varied opinions on them. Okay, that's the truth. That's just the way it is. But anyways, back when it was a Facebook community on ringsidenews.com, AQA, and I can't remember her real name, you have to excuse me, but AQA was part of our community, and we were, we're wrestling fans. We talk about wrestling, and we talk about this, we talk about that. And she was always like, I'm going to become a wrestler someday. And we're like, oh, that's awesome. And then we found out that she started training, and we were like, yeah, you go, girl. So we were all really proud of her. And then years went by, and we found out that she joined Booker T's school and started appearing on there. And she got better and better. And then she became AQA. So I was like low key, kind of like keeping track of her as a fan, like, oh, saw some matches of hers. Time would go on. You see a few more matches here and there. Then I heard was it last year? I think it was last year, unless she got signed. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. It was like, look, opinions aside of the WWE and everything that's going on, I was happy for her. That was her goal. Like I said, no matter what you think of the company, you cannot knock a professional wrestler for his or her own goals. If that's their goal, to go to a top company like WWE someday, then that's their goal. And you can support them on it. And if you don't, leave it alone. Don't harass them about it. Be like, no, how could you want to go to there and blah, blah, blah. You should go there. No, don't do that to them. They don't deserve that. We don't have to be a part of that. They let us in their lives once in a while. Not many let us get that close. So we watch from afar on TV and social media and whatever. So yeah, so we were really proud of AQA, me and a handful of others on ringsidenews.com and whatever. And then the site changed, so we all watched from afar. But nonetheless, that's the AQA thing. So I don't know where she's going to land. I don't know how good she really got in NXT. Apparently not good enough by their standards, but still a fan, you know. So that's my thoughts on the releases. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, so-and-so should go to so-and-so. I'm leaving that all for you guys, you know. I mean, I've got a couple that I'd love to see go to Impact or whatever. The rest, there's so many options now. Well, maybe a little less than before. There's AEW, Impact, MLW, and well, NWA is still a thing. And there's plenty of indies out there that are really shining, either on the West Coast, Midwest, East Coast, all over the place. Social medias could really help, you know. So I see you guys talking about Ring of Honor girls coming to Impact. I'd like that. You know, Roxy and whatever. Yeah. Hakeem says bring AQA to Impact. Hey, she might land there. You never know. You're going to see some more faces soon. I guarantee it. I hear little things. Behind the scenes. I don't know these for fact, but I hear little things. So when you'll see it, I'll be like, aha, there it is. You know. So, so yeah, the releases suck. They don't make any sense. My very last thought on this whole thing is they tell these people budget cuts, and it's so gross. It's disgusting. WWE this last quarter, it's like all these things about the third quarter earnings, and then the releases happen. It's so disgusting. The timing is just horrible. Budget cuts. It's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. WWE in this last quarter made over $250 million. That's in the quarter, mind you. It's not in the course, even if it was a year. It's amazing, especially given how things are now still. They're getting better, but they're not perfect. Damn. So don't tell me it's budget cuts. So that's my thought. Gresham joins Thick Mama Pump. There's a good chance of that. I think there's a damn good chance of that. I think Impact, if the investors want it, they can grab another handful of fresh stars and just, be so good. Between now and early next year, look out. Impact is going to be something. I mean, they're special now, but they're really going to open some eyes, man. Open some eyes. All right. That's enough of that. Let's see. Talked about AEW bit, talked about WWE. Okay, now I was going to talk about Impact Wrestling, and then I'll wrap it up because I'm starting to get a little tired. I can't be on here all night, but you guys have been great. The chat's been great. So, Hard to Kill is coming to the factory, formerly the Bomb Factory. They dropped the bomb. Changed the name, more PC. And, you know, I get it. It works. So they go on sale Friday, November 12th. So a week from now, ish, give or take a little. And it's for January 8th. So right after the first week of the year. Happy New Year. Hard to kill. Down in Texas. So can't wait for that. Tickets go on sale on access.com, AXS.com. I'm not going, but I'm sure there's some from my TNI squad that are going. I'm sure Mark will go. I'm sure Front Row Bill, maybe Trent. I don't know. We'll see. I know I won't go though. I'd love to, but that's really far. That's really far. What else from Impact Wrestling? Oh, congrats to Chelsea Green. Oh my goodness. I'm not one to sit on here and talk about women in wrestling that much, but this needs to be talked about. My goodness. And I'm not going to sit here and drool over it and be disgusting. I'm going to not be a pig, but my goodness. Congrats to Chelsea Green for making the magazine cover of Fitness Girls. GURLS. I don't get that, but whatever. It's a Canadian fitness magazine, and Chelsea Green made the cover. Wow. She's beautiful. She is beautiful. So congrats to her. Go check it out. The article, you can go to the website, the Fitness Girls website. You can buy the magazine. You can check out some of the pics. You can get a hard copy of the magazine too, I believe. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk about Speedball Mike Bailey just a little bit. Congrats to him. I've heard great things. I did not realize I was following him on Twitter. But I know he's had some matches. So that told me that I was a fan of his sometime within the last, I'm guessing, handful of years. Saw some matches with him. And I think what it was is because I looked up like where he wrestled at. So I'm guessing like 5-ish years ago, I saw him. I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say Flow Slam. Because every once in a while, I'll see someone from like a handful of years ago be like, oh, I saw them on Flow Slam. That was great. And I haven't seen them since. Like John Schuyler in Impact Wrestling. Perfect example. Saw him on Flow Slam. Blew my mind. Thought he was so good. And then Flow Slam went away and I didn't see him no more. I didn't follow up. I should have, but I didn't. There's a good chance I'm going to go to Blizzard Brawl Lakers. I'm going to ask my son tomorrow. I didn't ask him tonight. He was exhausted. He went to bed. So usually he comes here and we watch a movie and we're up late. He's been working so hard. So he zonked early tonight, like right after somewhere between 10 and 11, close to 11. So that's early for him. I walked past his bedroom, sawing logs. So that's good. He's sleeping hard. Figure I'll get him up about 12 hours from now. Jokingly said, I'll see you at noon. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Lakers. Your jaw. Oh, Lordy. Right. Yeah. Congrats to her. She's beautiful. That's all. I'm going to keep it, keep it clean. What else? Oh, yeah. Speedball. Mike Bailey. He's been around and he ran into some trouble trying to get across the border from Canada to U.S. Had a 5-year ban. Was set to sign with WWE. Fell through for whatever reason. Don't know why. Don't have to know why. But you know what? He's working for Impact now, and I'm excited about it. And in my free time coming up sooner rather than later, I'm going to go on YouTube, and I highly advise you guys do this too. If you're not familiar with them, go look them up on YouTube and have some fun with it. You know, Speedball, Mike Bailey versus whatever. You know, I think he had a match with Matt Riddle that I saw, and I'm guessing it was good. So I'm guessing that is the reason I started following him. I'll have to do a little research. But yeah, another great guy from Canada. He's going to be one of those ones that Scott D'Amore, and I don't mean this in a negative way, because he's doing it with Josh Alexander, low key. Well, I could say low key. You know, longest reigning tag champs, one half of them. And now he was world champ. Well, was world champ. But he's still at the top of the card. I feel like he's still going to get there someday. It's just that journey is what's the draw, you know? So now, you know, and he's from Canada. So now Scott D'Amore's got another countryman that he's very proud of, that he wants the world to see. So he's going to put him on Impact Wrestling. Good for him. Good for him, you know. I'm excited about it. Critical Sting says, Speedball versus Swan, please, and thank you. Oh, I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. It'll be interesting to see, like, when they show. I'm gonna guess and say within the next month, depending on like immigration stuff. I don't know if he's got all that squared off already. Like, was able to go, and then it didn't happen with WWE. I have no idea. I don't want to assume anything. Between now, let's just say between now and Hard to Kill, hopefully we'll see him. It'd be great to see him. So we'll see. Keep an eye out. Yeah, it's going to be a bit. Let's talk about the updated card for Turning Point coming up soon, and then we'll get out of here because it's getting a little late. A little late. November 20th coming up next. Is it next weekend? No, it's not next weekend. 2 weekends from now. 2 weeks? Something like that. We've got the Knockouts Championship match. Mickie James, Mercedes Martinez. It's going to be a great match. Can't wait for that. We got the Inspiration defending their Knockouts tag team titles against Decay. That should be a lot of fun. But they got to get through the Undead Brides first. So I can't wait for that. X Division action. The X Division title getting defended by Trey Miguel against Laredo Kid. Oh, low-key dark horse match of the night. Totally. Can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait. So that's about it. You know, I don't know if there's anything else. We just went over an hour. I don't know if anyone else wanted to talk about anything. I went over the few AEW things with Punk and Kingston tonight. Talked about the releases, talked about Impact updates. I don't know if there's anything else. You want to drop it in the chat real quick? It's got to be quick, though. Can't be some long, drawn-out thing I want to talk about for like another hour. I hear voices in my head. I think my wife came downstairs. I think that's what I'm hearing. I hope that's what I'm hearing. Laker says, LOL, should talk some Swinger and Hernan Daddy from Thursday. Well, we did that on the review, brother. But yes, that was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see where that goes. We love Swinger. And if you don't, well, damn. Classic Orton. Yes. Absolutely classic Orton. Hakeem says, I was on vacation from writing articles this week, but next week I'll be back with a new one. Well, you know what? You got to do that for your brain once in a while. That's good. That's healthy. You've been kicking out a lot of stuff lately. A lot of content. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Keep it up. Keep it up, Hakeem. And share them away in the TNI Discord, brother. It's a great place to do it. I'm not on Facebook and Twitter too much, honestly. I'm in the Discord a lot more often. The TNI Discord. Yeah. Swinger stuff was funny. It was good stuff. Absolutely. 10 legendary wrestlers who had their last matches in Impact Wrestling. Oh. Yeah, and they may not have had legendary matches, but yeah, I hear you. First one off the top of my head, Kurt Hennig. You know? Hogan's another one. I guess you could say Flair in that one too, you know. I want to say Lex Luger, but I'm not positive about that one. I'm not sure. Not sure. But anyways, that's a guess. That might be about half your list. We'll see. Road Warriors? No, I think they left TNA and went to, because they only had like an appearance or two. They weren't really in TNA. But that was back when it was like the wild, wild west, you know. Any dad vibes jacked up Tupac soon, my brother? Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I was working on the cover the other day, so that's when you know it's coming. So, yeah, little review ski, you know, and I'll talk about some other stuff I've been listening to. So, hell yeah, that's coming. Just got to find the right time, you know. It's there. I just got to find the right time. I wanted to do it earlier today. I just didn't have time. Too much other shit going on. So, all right, let's wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in so late. Thank you for the tips and all the love. Appreciate it. Make sure on your way out, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Good night, folks. Make sure you check out all the links in the description. And I might be working on some new merch soon. Keep an eye out for that. I got some, not necessarily Christmas ideas, but I got some ideas floating around in this old empty head of mine. It's like ping pongs bouncing around. All right, let's get out of here. Good night, folks. Take care. Much love.
Pulled my scarf!